The PET speaking test lasts for 10 to 12 minutes, and it's taken by 2 candidates, or sometimes 3 if there's an uneven number at the end of the session. It's assessed by 2 examiners. One, the interlocutor, talks to the candidates, and the other, the assessor, just listens. The assessor assesses the performance of the 2 candidates in some detail, and the interlocutor gives a global assessment mark. And at the end of the test, the examiners will not tell the candidates how well they performed, but they will just thank them for attending. Part 1 lasts for 2 to 3 minutes. It's designed to help the candidates relax. It is assessed, but the questions are quite simple. The interlocutor asks questions to each of the candidates in turn about their daily lives, about personal details to do with them. And also in part 1, the interlocutor will ask the candidates to spell their names, either part of their name or their whole name. Good morning.
Good morning.
Can I have your mark sheets, please?
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Tom Bradbury, and this is Petrina Cliff.
Hello.
Hello.
She's just going to listen to us.
Oh.
Now, what's your name?
My name is Anwar.
Thank you. And what's your name?
My name is Cindy.
Thank you. Cindy, what's your surname?
Wang, W-A-N-G.
Okay. Thank you. And Anwar, what's your surname?
Abu Asara.
How do you spell it?
A-B-U-A-S-A-R-A.
Thank you. Anwar, where do you come from?
I'm coming from Libya.
And do you work or are you a student in Libya?
I was working in a company.
What job did you?
I was working as civil engineer, and I have another work at evening. I was work as engineer at soil library.
Thank you. And Cindy, where do you come from?
I come from China.
And do you work or are you a student in China?
I'm a student and I have graduated from China's university. And then I come to England.
Right. Now, Cindy, what's the best day of the week for you?
Saturday.
Why?
Because on Saturday I will have a good sleep and I can chat with my friends, my parents, and do some things and I want to do. Not need to go to school to study.
Anwar, tell us about a television program you really like.
The program of television I prefer it's news or like that, or movies. In England I haven't television, so but in Libya, yes, there are many programs. I prefer them.
Thank you. Well, part 2 lasts for 2 to 3 minutes, and in this part the candidates have to discuss something together. The interlocutor explains the task and then gives the candidates a sheet of paper with a number of pictures on, and the candidates have to discuss these pictures. The interlocutor then repeats the explanation of the task, and then the candidates have to talk about the pictures.
Well, in the next part, you're going to talk to each other. I'm going to describe a situation to you. A group of friends want to spend the day travelling around a big city, but they don't have much money. They want to see as many things as possible. Talk together about the different ways they could travel around the city and decide which way would be best. I'll say that again. A group of friends want to spend the day travelling around a big city, but they don't have much money. Talk together about the different ways they could travel around the city and decide which way would be best. All right?
Yeah, okay.
All right. Talk together.
Okay. First of all, we should maybe decide the city.
Yeah.
Big city, it would be,
It would be
London.
London, yeah.
Okay.
It's okay.
And they don't have enough money.
I think we shouldn't use the taxi because I think it's expensive.
Yeah,
We spend a lot of money.
Especially in London.
Yeah.
And also, I heard that the underground is also expensive in London.
Yeah.
If you want to go just for a day or 2 days, you spend a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah. It depends where it is going. I think the bus is a good idea to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they, if it is the first time in London, they can use the sightseeing bus to travel around the city. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also buy food. It's walking. It's a good option.
Yeah. Yeah. That's okay. Yeah. And
And bicycle, yeah, it's a good option. But if you don't know, because here is different from my country,
Yeah.
the traffic is.
the thing is, the bicycle lane there is too useful to use the bicycle, and I think when you're walking, I think it's better to see all of things in London and to see the weather, and it's cheaper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. If you are in a countryside, it's better to travel by bicycle.
Yeah.
But you are right. If you want to see the museums and other part of cities, walking is a good idea.
Thank you. Can I have the booklet, please? Thank you.
In part 3, each candidate talks about a colour photo for about a minute, while the other candidate just listens. And the 2 photos are on a shared topic, but each candidate only talks about their own photo.
Well, now I'd like each of you to talk on your own about something. I'm going to give each of you a photograph of people doing different things in their free time. Manuel, here's your photograph. Please show it to Cindy, but I'd like you to talk about it. Cindy, you just listen, and I'll give you your photograph in a minute, all right? Manuel, please tell us what